Okay, so if you haven't ever used Google Drive, or maybe you have a little bit, but you don't really know your way around, I'm going to briefly show you how to open this template and then make a copy for you to use. So you'll click here to download your template. And it's going to open that up. As you will see, as it opens it, it says view only here, which means you can't click and edit if you can just look at it, which isn't very useful if you're trying to track your expenses and your income. And you'll see over here that says to sign in, unless of course you automatically are already signed in. I personally always am signed into a Google account. So when I click on this, it would have automatically have opened it in my account. So we're going to go to sign in over here. And you'll sign in using your Gmail address and password. Now, if you've never had a Gmail address, you don't have any sort of Google products, then you're going to have to create an account. That doesn't mean you have to use the Gmail address. It doesn't mean you have to use any of it. It just means you'll now have access to Google Docs, a YouTube account, all kinds of things, but you have to have the Google account in order to access that suite of products. So in this instance, you would click create account and go through the process. I have one. I'm going to pull up here. So once you log into your Google account, it's going to go back to that same template, but now you are logged in. If you have an icon or a picture with your account, that's what will show up over here. It no longer asks you to sign in because you're signed in, but this is still a view only document. So what we need to do is go in and create that copy. You name it whatever you want. In this instance, this would be my profit and loss statement for 2020. So we would just say okay. Now it's opening up the copy you just made. So you'll see up here 2020 P&L statement, that's the name of it, and now you can click through and edit once it gets done loading. So this is the document you will use to track your income and expenses throughout the year. You can now delete this example sheet if you want by clicking on that arrow and clicking delete. And so this is now your document to use. But if you want to stay on top of the documents in your Google Drive, type in drive.google.com in the address bar. It's not a big deal, especially if you're brand new to Google Drive. You're not going to have crazy amounts of stuff everywhere. But as you get to use it more, you will have files and folders and all kinds of things. And so just in case you want to keep everything clean and organized, here's your P&L statement that you just created. This is the one you are using with whatever the name is you gave it, and you just click on that to go into it. But if you go to shared with me, that template will show up there. And so if you click on it, you can click the trash can to delete it, just so it's not hanging around. You don't need it anymore, because next year in 2021, when you're ready to do that, you can simply take this document, create a copy of it, and save it as your 2021 P&L statement. So you are all set